for the woman that you're with, right? God said she has to be with a godly man, and vice versa. You have to be with a godly woman. Your wife, is she a godly woman? Does she keep God's commandments?
Not like all the orders, because I'm not doing everything that God wants. Like
okay, good.
But
okay,
yeah.
But since you don't know, you can't say that she is, right? You can't say that she's a godly woman if you don't know all. Because you just said you're still learning, right? So this is what God is saying. Read it again.
But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind.
So you gotta have a woman whose mind is gonna be after your mind, whose mind is gonna be after your mind. Meaning what? When you start to establish God's laws in the household, she don't have nothing to say against it. She's not gonna buck up. She's not gonna argue. She's not gonna push back. She's not gonna give you problems. God said, no, you got to have someone who's according to your mind, who's going to follow your example as a godly man and keeping the commandments also. Because that's important, because we lack that. Women got their own mind, right? We thinking, in the church, I'll just throw this out there. In the church, we see the church filled with women. And we think that women are the most spiritual people on earth, the black woman. We think that women like to say, oh, they have a personal relationship with God and God talks to them. God is not talking to the woman. Satan is talking to the woman. Satan deals with the woman. You never heard that before, or you didn't know that, huh? Satan deals with the woman. You know that.
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning.
I'm gonna show you. But I'm gonna show you the what. This is why it's important to be a godly man. Hold that. Give me that in Genesis chapter 3 about when Satan went to Eve. Watch this.
I remember that.
There we. Okay, so you understand. But I'm going to show you, Kendall. Watch this.
The book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God hath made. And he said unto the woman.
So Satan went to the woman. Satan didn't go to Adam. Right. Adam dealt directly with God. He talked with God. He learned from God. Eve was supposed to learn from Adam. She didn't go to God to learn nothing. But Satan, when he saw that, he went to Eve to deal with her. And he was very subtle. Read.
And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die.
Watch this.
And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die.
So, you see how easy it was? After one... Eve had spent her whole life with Adam, and she came from him. But after one conversation with the devil, she was gone. She was manipulated, and she lost her mind, and she went against Adam. That's what happens with the woman that we get. I'm not saying this to beat down or put down the woman as all. I'm just saying this is what we got to be mindful of when we get with a woman. You gotta make sure that she's protected, okay? You got to make sure that the devil does not deal with her that way. Why? 1 Peter 3 and 6. And then we're going to go right back to what we had earlier. 1 Peter 3 and 6. Or I think it's verse 7. This is why. And this is something you got to understand too, Jason. Watch this. 1 Peter 3 and verse 7.
1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 7.
Watch this.
Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
Dwell with your wife according to knowledge.
Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
So you got to deal with your wife because she's the weaker vessel. She has a weaker spirit than you. She cannot be out here dealing with what we got going on in these streets. She's not supposed to be protecting the house. She's not supposed to be out here as the main breadwinner and all that. She's not the one communicating with God and leading the nation. That's you as the man. What comes in the household starts and stops with the man. So you got to make sure she's taken care of and taught right. The first example you got to teach her, Kendall, is what?
To listen to me and God.
But how's she going to learn that if she's your girlfriend?
I have to treat her right. I have to lead her the way God leads me, so she can follow the right way.
So what's the first thing you got to do? What'd you say, Jay? What'd you say? You said what?
Marry her.
You got to marry her.
Yeah.
That's
right.
it. That's where it starts.
But what if she ain't ready?
What do you mean, what if she ain't ready?
You don't force somebody to do something if they ain't ready.
What?
Maybe she's not,
Whoa,
godly.
whoa.
If she's not godly, then she has to go, and I gotta find someone who's for me, you know?
Hold on. 1 Corinthians 11.
Oh, yeah.
Let me jump in.
Come on.
Yeah, because, man, all women,
Come on,
women
bro.
rebel things.
What you mean you don't force her? Bro,
Like-
listen, there's a hierarchy, right? Like the brother said, you're going to marry her. But if you don't know there's a hierarchy, what y'all going to do? Y'all going to be 50-50. That's what happened with Eve. When Satan came to her, he said, listen, you ain't going to die today. God knows that you're going to be a god. Adam was already a god. So that means Eve was going to now be on Adam's level. That's what she was looking for. That ain't what God wants. Watch this.
1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
The head of every man, Kendall, Christ is your head. Come on.
And the head of the woman is the man.
You heard that? The head of the woman is the man. So when you're ready to get married and you're saying, sis, it's time for us to get married, guess what? She can't say, well, you know what? I'm not really ready right now. Guess what that means? You got to go. You got to do what I'm telling you to do.
Well, prime example, I'm going through that. And I took the ring back and everything. You got to go. She didn't go. I called the police, come get her out. She didn't go. Women rebel for things. There's certain things that we go through that's supposed to be right. But like I said, people do things that ain't right, but they think it's okay to do.
Right. Like,
You think it's okay to do it, but it's wrong. So what are the consequences that they're going to face for them doing wrong?
But watch this. First off, see, we coming at it as American mindset. You came with the ring. Where does the ring appear in this Bible? They're giving it to a
Marriage,
woman.
to show her that I want to be with her forever, for her to be my wife, to
That
be
ain't in the
together.
Bible.
So
That's
what
the white man's strategy.
So what
Get
do you
down on
present
one
to the
knee.
woman?
Oh, listen. No,
I
hell no.
understand that. I understand that.
My brother, check it out. We just gonna get normal for a second. What's the ratio of women to men?
60-40, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
3 to 1, 10, 15 to 1.
Right. 7
I don't
to
know.
1, 6 to 1.
Right.
Why would you be on your knees? Why wouldn't she be asking you? You the one with all the options. She don't have that much options.
Right.
I'm just throwing that out on a carnal level.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
But spiritually, I want you to hear this again.
I didn't
Watch
get down
this.
on the knee and all that though.
No, but you still came with the ring.
Right.
And you asked her, right?
Because that's what they
That's
was
what we've
taught.
been taught.
No, that's what they were taught.
That's what's-
Because I tried to put it on her side. Well, that's what you were taught, but I wasn't taught that.
No, but it's all right.
Just
I
my
understand what you're saying.
integrity, my dignity, my
Yes.
trust, my love, what I put into you.
Right.
You should take my word for it.
Right,
I shouldn't have
but
to
check this
present
out.
no ring to
but-
show you this.
Right, but you did.
Yeah, but
Right.
but I actually
Hold on.
also told her, I'm trying to give you my heart. What's in my brain is telling you. Once you get the
Watch
connection
this.
with the heart and the brain, you don't need a ring.
Watch this,
But I
watch
did that
this.
to show her.
Check this.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ. And the head of the woman is the man.
Come on.
And the head of Christ is God.
And the head of Christ is God. Right? Give me Hebrews 13 and 4. Because a lot goes into a marriage, bro. Right? A lot goes into a marriage. Right? So how long you been with this sister?
2 years.
2 years.
Yep.
Okay. That's all right. That's a good enough time to kind of know, right? But here we go. Watch this.
The book of Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
Right? Marriage is honorable in all. Now give me that Sirach 6 and 7. Here's a very important part that we got to know when we dealing with a woman and making her a wife. Very, very important what we're about to read. Come on.
The book of Sirach chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
Right. This wife is now going to be really supposed to be your friend.
Right.
You got to prove
Explain
her,
that.
right?
Explain that.
But what does that mean? Now, as a man of God, you got to know that she's able to keep the commandments, right? So if, let's say, for instance, you ready to now commit yourself to Christ, like how we commit ourselves to Christ. The woman has to do exactly what the Bible is saying, or else it don't make no sense.
Right.
That's what they talk about proving a friend, right? That woman has to be of your mind, right? If she's not of your mind, it don't make sense, right? Give me that in Sirach 25. You know what I want, right? That's all 24, 25? Watch this. Yeah, should be the last verse. Or right before.
25 verse 24.
25, 24.
The book of Sirach chapter 25 and verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
You heard that, Kendall?
Yes.
We read that before. It said,
Yes.
of the
Will
woman
die through
came
the
the
woman,
beginning
yes.
of sin, right? Watch this.
Give the water no passage.
Don't play with her. Don't play with her. Because that's what the officer brought out earlier, that Satan is dealing with these women. So they always got madness on their mind. The Lord is saying, don't play with that. Come on.
Neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad.
let her move around, run her mouth and all that. No. Shut that down. Go ahead.
If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from
You heard
thy
that?
flesh.
Hold up. Read that again for my brother.
If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh.
You heard that? The Lord said, cut her off from your flesh. And do what?
And give her a bill of divorce.
And give her a bill of divorce. Because when we get married, we do have to get paperwork. That's in the Bible. Right. Right? We can't just say a woman is our wife. We've been doing that in the world, right? We meet a woman, be like, yo, that's my wife. That's wifey. The Lord said, no. I understand what you're talking about, but we need paperwork. Right. That's why he said you got to get a divorce. Get rid of that woman. If she ain't of your mind, get up out of here. She got to go. You know what I mean? So right now, that's your so-called girlfriend, right? Now, again, you go home because you got to get yourself right as well, right?
Well, we're actually friends because I told her once I took the ring back now.
Oh, okay, so y'all done. All right, so that's good. But now what you got to do now, you got to get yourself right with the Lord.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Working on that.
You got to get yourself right with the Lord. Then he's going to deliver you something. All right? Because even for the brothers in the truth, right? In it, really doing it, it's still a chore finding a wife. Because now we got sisters coming in, they getting themselves together too. So it ain't just because they walk through the door, they ready to get married. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what we got to do. We have to prepare ourselves, bro. Right? Make ourselves correct. Go back to, what you got? All right, go back to Sirach 6. Read down.
The book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
Right, be not hasty to credit him. So you might run around and say, damn, I knew this sister from my job. I might want to get with her. She cool. The Lord said, no. Don't be hasty to credit that and say she cool, she a friend. You don't do that. Right? Go back to Hebrews 13 and 4 because it's something we left out. I just read the top part. I want to read the bottom precept. Listen to this.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled.
So when you married, when you with your wife and you having sex with your wife, the Lord said, that's good sex right there. Right. You know what I mean? The Lord said, that's some good sex y'all having right there because the bed is undefiled. Right. Y'all are now a unit. Watch this.
But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
But when you're not married to the woman, the Lord said, I got to judge you. Right. Because that means you jumping from bed to bed. The Lord, oh, you a whoremonger. Oh, you want to tap up all the chicks. And for the sisters, he's saying, oh, you a little hoe. You running around? Okay, I got you. And he's going to start touching you. You understand? That's when people get diseases. Yeah. Right? When you wind up dealing with another man's wife and he got to come kill you. All of that. That's all of God. That's right. That's the Lord doing that. I don't know if y'all know that. The Lord is the one giving them diseases. Did you know that? Did you know that? I'm telling you. Watch this. 2864. Watch this. I just want you to know that because a lot of times we doing stuff out here and we thinking it's just random. When you go outside the laws of God, the Most High is going to touch you. He got to touch you, so therefore you know it's him. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 61. Also every sickness and every plague, which is not written in this book of this law.
You heard that? The Lord said every sickness and plague that's not written in the Bible. Come on.
Them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
You heard that? He said, I'm going to bring that on you until you dead if you go against my laws. You understand what I'm saying, bro? Yep. So we got to be on point when we dealing with these women, man. We dealing about relationships, marriage, because that's how we building a family out here.
That's right.
Outside of that, we doing mayhem. We got a bunch of single mothers and all that, right? And most of us have been in that situation. All praise to the Lord. A lot of brothers just got their wife, their kids. They don't got no outside kids, but a lot of us got outside kids. And now we playing from behind, right? But what we want to do, we want to build correctly. That's why we got to come to truth. You got kids?
Yes.
All right. How many children you got?
3.
3?
Yes.
All from the same woman?
2 from one and 1 from another.
Okay.
Because I was trying to be right with the one, and then incarceration came, And I
Okay.
got out from incarceration, started clean with another one.
Right. And I was unclean.
Well, not necessarily.
I
Like
know
I
what you
said,
were, bro. I'm with you.
it's in the making to be what it's supposed to be.
I'm with you.
Yeah, it's in
I
the making
understand.
what it's
I'm
supposed
saying
to
in the word of God,
Yeah.
that's unclean, right?
Yeah.
We thought the same thing. That's my girl. I've been with
Well,
her for
well,
100 years.
well,
and
we
got
don't
3
sex.
kids.
We don't sex. So
Y'all don't sex?
no, we don't.
What y'all do?
No. Look at each other and argue.
Wait,
don't sex.
hold on.
We don't sex.
I'm about to talk to my man right here.
God birthed me with these.
Is
I
it-
know how
is
to
it-
use them.
is it all right if-
I got a smartphone? I got my hands.
Is
I'm
it all
okay.
right if I talk to this
Man,
brother?
look,
My
I'm
brother,
okay.
can you be around a woman a lot of times and don't have no sex
That
with
would
her?
be a weak man.
Come on, bro.
Man, listen, I just got out of the same way. Every man will tell you I'm not gay. I know how to use what God gave me.
Listen, we all know how to use what God
Use
gave
your
us.
brain, use your hands. You don't need that woman, because what
Listen.
that woman got between her legs is a weakness for a man.
Exactly. Give me that.
So I'm
about
not a weak
the-
man. I don't
man
do that for
put,
no woman.
fire in
I'm
his
okay
bosom.
with that.
Watch this, bro. Listen, we all in this, bro. We teach the Bible every day.
She
Do you
had
think?
sex last night.
Hold on. Yo,
That
listen
made
to
me
me.
stronger.
Listen,
Okay.
listen. No. Maybe that's a good thing, right? Maybe you got that talent, right? But all of us who's doing this work, you think we're gonna be sitting in a house with some woman?
This is what they call us.
Well, we all different.
No. I'm trying to tell you that we not even gonna play with that spirit, bro. We not playing with that spirit, and we in this thing every day, building ourselves up. Yo, brother, make sure you this, that. A brother got a problem, he called. We build each other up, but we know better than to be sitting up in the crib with some women, bro. That something gonna happen. It might not immediately happen, but over time, guess what? You're gonna incline to that woman. Watch this.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 27.
Bring it out.
Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned?
You understand that? The Lord said, can a man have a fly chick in his grasp and not beat it? That's what that's saying. Read it again.
Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned?
Come on.
Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned?
Bruh, stop playing with fire. That's what God is saying.
That's describing
That's-
a weak man. But I
Bro, that's describing a man,
God
period.
made you. He
Right.
made you. So you don't need that woman to get a nut. You don't need that.
Oh,
you don't
oh,
need to.
hey,
you really don't.
Listen,
Because you
man.
impregnate that, then that's more drama that
No,
you got
you're
to deal
100%
with.
correct. Your thought is advanced on that, right? But you don't bring no woman. I can't be around no good-looking chick for 2 straight weeks. I'm in the crib. I'm not trying to touch it. Bro, that don't make sense.
That makes you weak. You should be
No.
strong.
God is saying don't play with that. Because he know what he made in the woman. Sis, why you shaking your head? Sis, what you doing over there? Hey, sis, you better behave yourself. You better be behaving yourself at
Hey,
work, sis.
behave yourself. It's a lot of men that want you.
I know. I'm just playing with you, sis. I'm just
Hey,
playing.
it's a lot of men that want you. You better come and use their hands.
Go ahead, read.
Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever touches her shall not be innocent.
All right, we're going to leave that alone. That's talking about adultery. But we cannot play around with women like that, bro. Get that. We can't play with that.
So what do we do about the women that we don't want around us?
No, you
Because
can't be around.
it's hard to tell a woman to just go.
Oh, wait, I thought you were strong.
Man, I am strong.
Wait,
But when
wait,
it comes to a woman not
I
listening,
thought it was
hold on,
Superman over here.
listen. I'm about to
Is
tell
it-
you.
are you clocked,
Listen,
kid?
you gotta listen.
All
You
right,
gotta
I'm
listen. When it comes to us being strong, there are certain things we cannot do as men. Such
Okay.
as beat the woman when we want her to do something.
Oh, no.
She's not going to listen. She's going to tell me, you're not my mom, you're not my dad, I don't have to listen to you. And
Okay.
then what? So what do you do?
Oh, you're talking about if you want
Like,
the woman to
because
be your home?
because we go through certain things that, you know, we may think it's okay. Because like I said, for a long time we've been lied to. But it's up to us to correct the lies. You know? Her mom may tell her it's okay to stand up for herself to a man. It's not okay to stand up to a man when the man has the power. So when
I
the
understand what you're
man
saying. You talking about
tells the
physical
woman,
abuse?
hey,
But you don't have
I
to
don't
do
want
that
to be
in this
with
day
you,
and age.
you know.
No, but bro, you don't have to do that in this day and age. Just call 911.
Well, guess what? 911 don't do anything.
Oh, okay, I forgot. It's still a little different.
He told her she could stay.
Okay, well, watch this.
The book of Sirach, chapter 9 and verse 4. Use not much the company of a woman that is a singer.
Right. Now it's even breaking it down even further. Said if a woman got that talent of being a singer,
Yeah.
don't be around her.
It'd be hard though.
Oh, hold on, bro. You just said it was easy for you not to smash.
It's easy
Hold
for that.
on,
Well,
hold
that's
on,
one-
hold
that's one
on.
thing.
That's crazy. You mean to tell me that it's hard to get away from the woman, but it's easy to be next to her and not want to smash?
It's not my choice.
Could somebody talk
it's
to me,
not
man?
my choice for her to be with me. I want her to get away from me. to leave me.
No,
So I can be straight. Look,
it's a little bit of
the
game in
woman,
there, bro.
the woman.
That's that
the,
Bay
look,
Area
no,
game coming out.
no,
Read it
it's
again.
not that. The
Use
woman,
not
like you
much
just
the
said.
company of a woman that is a singer, lest there be taken with her attempts.
You heard that? Lest you be taken with her attempts. Now, it's talking about a singer right here, but it could be any woman.
Right.
The point is, when you're next to a woman, you don't know what's on her mind, right? She's going to come subtly. Remember, that's how Satan moves. And I'm not calling all women Satan. That's not what I'm doing. I'm saying that's the subtlety of a woman. She's going to play it easy. Then she'll just turn up on you, and then you feel like, damn, I got to do something now. That's how a woman will force a man.
Right.
You know that's a woman's form of rape, right? Listen, that's not in the Bible. Let's not go crazy. I'm trying to tell you, there's a scripture in here when it talks about, y'all know about Samson and Delilah?
I don't.
When you read the history of that, it talks about how he was forced to do something. But she didn't actually put a knife to him and tell him, have sex with me or do anything like that. It was just the way she dealt with him subtly. Go ahead.
Was he forced or was he coerced?
That's the word.
Those are different.
But that's what God is saying. That's what God is saying. I used to make a joke about that to people saying how, listen, I got forced a couple times to have sex with a woman in the world, and they say, what you mean forced? Because they put you in a position to where if you don't do it, you're feeling like a homo. You're like, I got to do this for my manhood. You understand? That's when you're not right upstairs. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how she played on Samson when you read those histories. You understand? So that's why the Lord said, don't be next to them. Maybe you could control yourself as far as, okay, I'm not going to touch her. But now her words might be strong. You understand? You might not be as strong as you think. That's why the Lord sets these laws up for us to follow so that we don't fall into it. All right? Read on. There should be some more on that.
Verse 5, gaze not on a maid, that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her.
The Lord said, don't even gaze at the maid.
Right.
The maid is the woman. He said, don't even gaze at her because you might fall what's precious in her. Not only the behind and the breast, not only that, but her game.
Right.
See, we sleeping on the fact that the woman has subtle game.
That's right.
And now she's working you. And you're like, man, this is really a nice sister. She smiles right. She knows just what to say. And you're like, damn, man, this might be the one for me.
Right.
But meanwhile, how's she running game on you? The Lord knows this. He know what he made. Right. He knows what he made. Remember, Adam, right? Adam was the strongest thing ever created. He had all the knowledge in the world. But what did him in? Eve. You got to remember, Eve was like the flyest woman ever made. You got to think about these things, bro. And she worked him. She worked him. Yes, sir. All right, be safe, all right, bro? Yes, sir.
Give not thy soul unto harlots, that thou lose not thine inheritance.
Okay, don't give your soul unto a harlot. Remember, it came right after that and said, don't gaze on a maid to lose to fall what's precious into her. Then right after that, it says, don't give your soul over to a harlot, meaning a hoe. Don't give yourself over to a hoe. That's why we read before, you got to really check and see if this woman is a woman of God. Prove a friend. Meaning what? You're going to use these scriptures to prove her. Hey, you're supposed to be wearing a skirt all the time, right? You're supposed to be wearing a dress, so on and so forth. If she got a problem with that, she's not your friend. But the woman who says, all right, you know what? I think I'm going to do this with you. Guess what? She might be that one. And as you start to grow in it, and she start to grow with you, that's when you know, okay, we're going to have to try this. But even in marriage, bro, you're going to have problems. That's what God said. Go 1 Corinthians chapter 7. So even when you get married, my brother, there's going to be some issues in the marriage. That don't mean you get divorced. That means you got to handle it.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.